Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Jesse Love, the driver of the number 20 Toyota for Venturini Motorsports. And if you haven't heard, he's going to be going full time in the series, running for the championship. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. We're kind of in the full swing of things right now, getting ready for Daytona and things like that. So we leave here in a few days. So just kind of getting everything packed and ready. And the team's working hard. I think the trailer's leaving today. So looking forward to that. Should be a fun deal. Learn some stuff about speedway racing. I was obviously able to be there last year and learn some stuff. So I won't be too new to it, but get to meet all the teammates I'll be running with and work a little bit in the pack and see what we have for short run speed too, or for single car run speed.
Yeah. So just kind of talk about, getting the opportunity to go full time. By the way, it'll be happy 18th birthday in a few days. So just kind of talk about getting the opportunity to go full time. Obviously, you've been around this thing for a few years. Of course, you won 2 championships in the West Series. Now to get this opportunity to run in the main series full time, what's that kind of mean to you in going and representing a team that's been very, very successful in ARCA as well as at Daytona? I think they've won the last 4 or 5 races there.
Yeah, they won the last 5 there. It's really cool. I've definitely pride myself a good bit on being able to race for a championship as well. I've been able to win a lot of them. So whether that be in an open wheel car or a late model or an ARCA car. So I think we have a really good shot at it. We obviously know everything we need to do to win. I think we've done a good job at putting all those programs in place for next year. So, I'm focused on it. I'm not too worried about it. Should definitely come with time, and I'm looking forward to obviously winning a lot of races with them this coming year. So should be a good year. Should be a good one at Daytona to start it off. I think gonna have to work pretty hard, but I feel pretty confident about it. I think I've done all the effort and all the prep work I need to put into it. Obviously, there's still some more to come when we get to the closing stages before the race. Sorry about that.
Good. Uh,
Before the race, but at the same time, I think I've got all my prep done. Just need to go race my heart out, and I think we'll be just fine.
yeah. So just kind of talk about, I know you do a lot of you've done a lot of other racing, whether it's late models, whether it's on dirt and stuff. Just kind of, are you doing any other extra racing throughout the season?
Yeah, I'll be announcing that pretty soon. I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to announce what I'm doing on the late model side of things, and the dirt stuff. Something that like I've been working really hard at being able to run more. It was something that I struggled with a little bit when I did have a lot of opportunities to go dirt racing. We were good, but I never ran enough to be great. But Chad Boat's given me great opportunities to run quite a bit last year. I probably ran 8 micro races and 4 midget races and or 3 weekends and almost won the last time I was out in a midget, led laps there and got heat race wins, got fast times, did things like that, led laps, ran up front, won some dirt races too with Chad. So I think I've definitely made a big step with the dirt stuff, and that's something that I really want to, try to get as many partners as I can to want to go dirt racing. It's pretty hard to do, but I think we have a good shot at it, and the dirt stuff's been something that has kept me sharp behind the wheel of pavement car too. So it'd be cool to be able to do stuff like Kyle and Christopher can do, kind of get into a dirt car or a pavement car and be able to win both.
Yeah, for sure. Just kind of talk about, this is the first time that you're running all of the races this year. A lot of the bigger tracks that, going to like Daytona, Talladega, Michigan, Pocono. I mean, obviously you've ran at Pocono, but what are tracks that you're most excited about running? And of course, you got Charlotte and Kansas on the schedule as well. What's it going to be like running all these big tracks that you have not got a chance to run at?
Yeah, I think they're all cool in their own way. Pocono is one of my favorite places to go to. I wish Dover was on the schedule. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, it's not. But going to a place like Kansas, I think I'll do well at a place where you kind of have to run the wall. I'm not sure if we're going to move up at Kansas. They normally don't. But the last race or the one at the end of the year, we have a good opportunity to move up a good bit and start around the top. So I think that'd be cool for me. Charlotte is another place where we could run the top a good bit too. So all these places, like these intermediate tracks, where you have to move around and kind of search for grip. I think I'm looking forward to more than certain places where you're kind of just in your lane, like kind of like Michigan, um, where you're kind of just running your lane off the bottom and making it work, right? So I'm looking forward to all of them, though. I think we have a good shot at all of them, and I like places to go to where I feel like we can win. So thankfully, we've gotten really good at the big tracks this year. Corey Heim has been a big part of our development as a team on these big tracks, something that he's really good at. So I think I've been a key role in making our dirt stuff and our short track stuff better, and I think he's done a great job making our big track stuff better. So I think we have a really good package at everywhere we go to next year. I think our road course stuff's good. Our speedway stuff is really good as well. So we have a really good opportunity to pretty much show up at every racetrack we go to next year with an opportunity to win. But yeah, to answer your question, I'm definitely looking forward to big tracks where you can kind of search around for grip a lot more than others.
And of course, with the big tracks, of course, also the short tracks that you've been able to race at the last few years. Of course, you got the Elcos, the Berlins, the Toledos, and all that. So just kind of talk about those and how do you feel like you're going to do at those tracks as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think my stats this year kind of speak for himself. I mean, the ones you listed, like Berlin, we ran third at. Elko, we ran second at. Uh, where else? Toledo, we ran second at. Led 196 laps at. All the dirt races, of course, short tracks too. We're dominant there, so won races there. So, we were really good all year at the short track stuff. I feel like the 18 was just a hair better. So it's like every time we went out, we were running second to it. So um, I think with William coming in, that I'll have a little bit of an advantage with my experience. Sammy was obviously a little bit older than me, so it was hard to kind of outthink him at times. I was able to do some things like at Elko, take the lead and try to lead for a while. Everywhere else where I have more experience, like the dirt races and stuff, I was able to get out front and check out pretty well. But Elko and stuff like that, I think I'll be able to make up for a little bit more. But at the same time, I think that we made big gains toward the end of the year, like we showed at Toledo, where we can be the fastest car in qualifying the pole and steal some of the 18's thunder. So I think that's really good too, as far as confidence goes for our team. I wasn't really going into Toledo expecting to be as fast as we were. That's somewhere that the 18's been really fast at. So I feel like we're the best car there. So I'm looking forward to the short track stuff. I think we found some things throughout the year. We're just working on it, trying things that are going to translate to the rest of the tracks next year.
Yeah, for sure. Going through, all 20 races this year, well, how is there going to be, is that a difference now that you're running full time, you think, or is it just running races? It's just all of them this time in an ARCA car.
Yeah, it depends who I'm racing against for a championship, what I'm going up against. There's a lot of factors that play into it that will affect how I go about each weekend. If I had to guess, I'm just going to go into each weekend with kind of the same attitude I had at the end of last year, which is just go as hard as I can and try to win the race. And if it don't end up, and we end up on the other side of the fence, so be it. But at the end of the day, I feel like even when I went as hard as I could last year, had enough wherewithal to not junk our stuff. I don't think I've ever wrecked in our car ever. So knock on wood. Hopefully it stays that way. Daytona and all that stuff. And I think we shouldn't have an issue going to each track and walking in like where they got to be.
We usually see, as long as I've known you, I've always seen you wear headphones a couple of times and your JBL ones. What's on Jesse Love's playlist?
A lot of stuff. I mean, I'm kind of I'm a musicianist when I was younger. Still kind of am, not really though. It's hard. It's a perishable talent. So I was a drummer growing up. I played other instruments like the saxophone and some guitar stuff like ukulele and stuff like that. So I've played my fair share of instruments. Obviously, drumming's what I grew up doing as a hobby. So I have a lot of respect for certain 80s rock, like Rush. I have the 80s rock portion of things. My favorite band's Angels and Airwaves, but then I kind of have my younger side come out, and we have a boat out here, and I love going out on the lake with my friends and having a good time, meeting new people. And I listen to a lot of Katy Perry and kind of girly music on the lake. So it
mean,
depends kind of what mood I'm in. The only thing I don't really dabble in is jazz, but everything else you can kind of imagine I've kind of got myself into.
all right. What's I know you traveling a lot. You have a lot of downtime when you're in the air and stuff. What's a TV or streaming show that you're really into right now?
I don't really watch much TV. I mean, the only time I'm really in the air is going to a racetrack and you're looking over your notes. And when you're coming back from the racetrack, you're writing down things that you want to note down from the race. But uh, I mean, my girlfriend and I like to watch horror movies at night sometimes. That's about it. That's probably the only TV I really watch. I'm
Okay.
big into chess though, so normally when I'm on the airplane, I play a good bit of chess.
Chess. Yeah, I mean, of course, Blaine Perkins was also into chess as well. How'd you get into that?
Uh, just some people that I like are into it, and it's a good healthy habit. It teaches you a lot about life, represents life very well, and quite frankly, you go about your daily life, and certain situations or problems that pop up in your life, you think about life like a chessboard, and things tend to go your way. So it's definitely a healthy skill to know how to use.
Yeah, for sure. And just finally, obviously, getting this opportunity with Venturini. I know you've raced. I believe this is year number 4 that you've raced with Billy at some point. But just talk about what that whole team means to you.
No, yeah, they're great to me. I feel like I've had my name on a Venturini car for a long time. My second ever Toyota combine test was with Venturini, and that went really well. It kind of set the tone for my stay at Toyota, and yeah, they're great to me. So been a pleasure to be able to win races for them and win a lot of poles for them and lead a lot of laps. I think I led like 600 laps or something last year. So hopefully we can lead even more this year and win more races and we'll win a championship. So Billy is great. He's one of the biggest role models in my life, and Shayna Rush taught me a ton too. So it's definitely a great team over there. Been able to meet a lot of great people, and it's definitely one rung to the ladder on the way to the top. So definitely just want to obviously cap that off my resume there at Venturini with the championship. I know it would mean a lot to them and mean a lot to me. So looking forward to next year. I don't have a lot of pressure on myself. I have a lot of confidence though, which is going to be really important.
For sure. All right, Jesse Love, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck in 2023. We're gonna and we'll have you back on again sometime in the next few months.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.